Shalom, shalom. All praise to the Most High. No, blessed day on the rise. Still dark out early in the morning. Coming straight off a vision in the night. You know what I'm saying? So I want to share it with y'all while it's fresh on my mind. But basically, there was events going on. I believe I felt comfortable as a hometown setting type ish thing. You know, I felt familiar with the area or whatnot, but there was a flood, like some type of massive flood, but mainly it was like the main roads in the city-ish area like flooded. I mean, like water flowing like rivers. It wasn't like just a sitting water. It was flowing like rivers. Like you knew you couldn't go nowhere, and you know what I'm saying. I knew I couldn't go nowhere. I think it was other people still trying. They ain't turned out good. I'm gonna leave that there. But I knew I couldn't go those regular routes. You know what I'm saying? And so I end up I don't know, just the whole theme of the time was like, man, like when a flood, if you think about Katrina and stuff like that, there was a lot of people out. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of trash. Yeah, it was what it was. And all I knew is that I can't go this way. So I knew, lo and behold, next thing you know, just I don't remember how it transitioned, and that's how sometimes things is. It just transitions. So next thing you know, I'm at like a tree line, like like it's just woods, and then there's another line of woods. They met each other making a corner. You know what I'm saying? And so we was in that corner. And when I say we, I kind of feel initially that like we was with multiple people, but um, ultimately it was like I was talking to a few or maybe one other person, and whoever this other person was, man, was a brother in the faith. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt the peace and comfort around them. Excuse me. Um, you know, as if he would give his life for me, and that's the same that I had. It was a reciprocated love. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew, like the brother had my back. He knew I had his back. You know what I'm saying? There was no doubt about that. So at that point, all of this is building what we're gonna do and work together. We was in the faith. I can't even say who it was. I don't even remember like seeing them. You know what I'm saying? But they was there. You know, and so at the corner of the brush line, and I mean it was like a gloominess out, but it wasn't dark. It was daytime, you know what I'm saying, and the sun was setting, but it was cloudy, but it was like grayish clouds. It wasn't like it was like a weirdish grayness in the air. Everything looked like dimmed, but not dark. When dark clouds come, it get dark. It won't dark. When dark clouds come and stormy clouds come, during a bright sunny day, it gets a whole lot darker. Well, this just kicked off a weird grayness in the air. Like, it was like an overcast, but still bright. You could see everything. It was weird. Definitely different. But, with the events going on, you weren't really too concerned about that. So we was at the edge of the tree line, and all we knew was that we had to get away from where everybody else was at. So it was like all that mess of confusion was going on, and we got away from the city. You know what I'm saying, so to speak. We was in the cut, you know what I'm saying, but we could still hear what was going on. You know what I'm saying, and we had like a tarp. I think we was collecting like animal manure. We was about to like work that into the soil. We was gonna grow some food. Like, you know what I'm saying. That's what we were on, and and we was like in a sense making a little safe haven there. Like that was our little cut in the corner, and I guess we had it in the corner just in case we had to go in the woods. But we was preparing that. We had it collect that. It was on the tarp. That's all I remember, and like we was gonna lay it out, and that's what I'm assuming we was gonna do with it. So, because that's what I would do with that. You know what I'm saying? And so Um, as that happened, like we heard something. I don't know if it was like a drone or something, but we knew they was out looking for people gathering or coming together, and by whatever technological means. I think it was a drone or something. Yeah, we heard, we heard it, whatever the case was. I said, man, dang, they don't even want us. Like, we can't even prepare the ground without being detected. Like, what in the world, man? These jokers don't even want us growing no food, man. So it was like during the chaos of the weather and all this other stuff, it's like you still had the pressure of the powers that be that's seeking and searching out pretty much it seemed like the elect of the Most High God, like believers and the people of God. That's what the pressure is. Just it was on, but it was like it was coming after those awake for the most part. I don't know if they wrote everybody else off. That's what it felt like. We couldn't do nothing, without being tracked and detected. You know what I'm saying? It was like majority of everybody else in the city was just there, but I guess they was searching for those clustering or coming together outside of the city, and they used drones and things like that to search for these people and detect them elsewhere. And so we knew at that point, we had to go, and it was like all the decisions we were making is like all the things you first would think to do, like even with the flood, like all your first options was out of the window. Oh, get the car, let's go. Nope, can't flood. Oh, let's do this. Nope, can't this. Oh, can't. Everything was cut off. All your options were cut off, and you was directed by your options being cut off. And I think that's how we ended up at that tree line or whatever. So when we got there, this is us thinking, trying to do what we can do, what we know to do. And once I heard the drones, I was like, man, we can't even grow food. Like, what this mean? Like, what we gonna do? So I just shake my head, man, and I look up, like, man, and then I seen a light, and a bright light, and I was like, hold on, yo, what was that? And I know I seen that, and then I looked at my left, the sun was setting, because when the clouds move, I can see the sun. I said, oh, that's the sun, that's the west, the sun setting, because the sun set in the west, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, what I just seen was the sun, because it was coming from the north, okay? So I was like, man, that ain't the. I said, man, that ain't the. I said, I'm thinking, that ain't the sun. So it came back a little again. I was like, yo, look, 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 look. Then the light showed up. The light got a little brighter. And who I was with, the brother was like, man, that's the sun. I said, no, bro, it ain't the sun. The sun over here, that's the west. I said, this is the north. Then I said, look, it's getting brighter. So the light would come and get brighter, 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 brighter. Then it was like you could see some rays coming through the clouds from that light that we seen in the north. And I was like, yo, the Son of Man. I said, is that the Son of Man? I was like, yo, is that the Son of Man? I was like, yo, that's the Son of Man. I just started jumping the point. I was super excited, you know what I'm saying? I was super excited. Feel me? And I can't even explain to you how I felt to be going through all that stuff and to see a light coming in the sky and to think that's the Son of Man. Boy, I was excited because that was your deliverance out of this stuff. All right, that was your way out. So as the light got closer, something told me in my spirit, go, or like get in the woods and go deep and far as you can in the wood. And I was like, oh snap, what the world? Didn't question it, dip. And we went and we went and we went and we went and we kept going, and it was like that wasn't enough. And I was getting to a certain place, okay, it looks straight. Nope, keep going. I was like, whoa. So I knew whatever was coming was that bad. Because the Spirit was letting us know to go. And at this point, I am hearing the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is guiding me, is guiding us. You feel me? And directing us at this point, for sure. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, go. So we going and we going. And it was already thick woods, anyway, when we first walked in. It ain't no woods you want to just go in because it was so thick. But we had to go deep in that, and then deeper in that, then deeper in them woods, man. And all I knew was like the deeper we went in there, I was like, yo, they can't even hardly, even if they send a drone, they'll have problems. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You know, so we was deep in there, man, and it was like we got to a point. It was like I've seen like or envisioned like I was thinking in my mind like, okay, we this deep, like okay, I was thinking like sticky briar things, or I don't know if I'm seeing this or what, man. You know, like certain like bushes and stuff in there lined up, and there's so many, but they sticky briars. It was like I knew to go even in that, and I was like, no. Then I had to get real low. We had to get low. You know what I'm saying, man? And we had to crawl, man, to get deep enough in those woods. And we did, man. We didn't have time to be worried about no bugs, no snakes, no nothing, man. It won't even you weren't thinking about that at all. You know what I'm saying? And we just went deep as we could, and we knew we had to. And the reason being, man, for some reason, it's like I knew whatever was going on, everything was finna get worse. People was, man, about to turn on each other hard body, yo. People was gonna be like running in each other houses, like robbing each other. Like it was just gonna be like everybody out for themselves, which it technically is today, but it ain't on that level. But it was bad, man. It was like people lost it, man. They lost it, you know. And we knew like eventually we'd get there. That's why we was in the cut in the corner of the woods, you know. But we thought it was more time we would have. But we had to go, and you know we was deep in the woods. You know what I'm saying? And it was like all I knew was that we had. It was like we had to hide, and we wanted to be as deep in there as possible and not detected. You know what I'm saying? And like you know people out. You know what I'm saying? It's like it made me think about all the people who had they storing food and they doing all this stuff, man. The events that was happening, it was like it causes you to leave. It causes you to have to get up and go, and you cannot take a truck of food with you if it's a flood and it's like a river. You can't. You got to get out and leave that. You know, so it's like I don't know if that sustained people for a while, and when they ran out, people lost. But Mud lost it after that. When that light showed up, it was just like something happened. You know what I'm saying? And it was on a level. You know, you wanted to be way away, so far away. Anything coming your way, you hear it, and you gonna have to hear it because there's so much brush around you. So you know, we way up in the woods like that, man. And then in my spirit, I'm thinking like, man, we got to go this deep. And I'm often amazed at how the Holy Spirit reveals things. Like, and it's like a lot of time when it's revealed, I'm thinking like, oh snap, this must be serious. Like even right now in this realm, I'm talking to y'all right now. The Holy Spirit revealing something. I'm like, man, we really have to do this right now. I'd be in awe. But back to the vision of the night. I was like, you know, just thinking like, wow, we got to go this deep in the woods because I know God wouldn't tell us to do nothing if we didn't have to, if it wasn't that important. So I knew we had to do it. So we get up, we go, we in deep in the woods, and we are low, man. We low to the ground. It was like we had to be real quiet because it was like hunters out there, y'all. And they was out hunting for food, but at the same time, if they seen anybody, you knew what they were doing to them. They was killing them, murdering them. You know, that at least that's what I felt. That's what I sensed, and we had to be super quiet. So they was out doing whatever they was doing. We could hear them. You know what I'm saying? And we had protection. You feel me? But it was so important that we didn't blow our cover. We didn't want to use it, no matter how close they got or anything. We just knew, don't move, be quiet, don't blow our cover, you know. So we pretty much had to wait and let them go on about their business, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case be. And to be real, y'all already know our folks don't hunt like that. Y'all know who was out there, you know, and straight to the point with the white racist folks, man. And the last place you want to see them is deep in some woods where don't nobody know where you at and they got guns. You know what I'm saying? For real, yo. And so I was like, wow, that's then I got my confirmation spirit. That's why the Holy Spirit wanted us deep in the woods. Cause these jokers go deep in the woods like it's nothing. They'll hunt. And they do that all the time, right now, in this realm, you know, in this like current day, you know. But our people ain't really like won't get down like that too tough. It's in our nature, but it'll kick in. It'll kick in. But I'm just saying that, man, you know, it was on the level, y'all. So we in there, we low. We had to be quiet, man, and you know, the brother I'm with, man, I was just like, it's just on point, man. Like I had to worry about him making no noise. He had to worry about me making no noise. And then like as I like we in there, we low, we quiet. Then it's like a dog was with us, and the dog was like real sad. It was quiet, but it was like it was talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Without talking to me. And I said, "Dang, man, he hungry," you know, and you know, and I looked at the brother like, look, I'm like, he hungry. Give him a little something. Give him a little something. But I said it low as I needed to say it. You know, I ain't want a dog, cause dogs whine when they get hungry. You know, and he poured out this big bag, Ziploc bag, maybe about like 4.5 fish sticks, and he gave him a fish stick. You know, and he was straight. But man, it didn't. You know, we got plans. Full got plans to prepare. But are you, you know, are you really like, man? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get if it's gonna get like that. Imagine roaming around, wandering around, and wanting to, and you doing that before everybody else do it. Everybody else, pretty much, majority of most folks are cleaving to the city and city-ish areas. You know what I'm saying? But we knew we got to go. Flood, we got to go where we can go. And the thing is, what happens is if something like that do go down, people eventually going to like you're gonna go to higher ground and things like that. Once there ain't no food in the area, you gotta go. So everybody gonna become wanderers. We don't want to be the last ones, boy. You know what I'm saying. So I may the Most High will be done, and all I can say, man, I won't. You know, I won't expecting this. You know, I won't. Ain't like I looked at nothing that led to this. Um, I thank the Most High, you know, because I know I didn't really look at nothing or see nothing or hear nothing that would make me think like you have a dream or something along these lines. So, you know, I believe the Most High let me know something. And by that light coming from the north, you know what I'm saying? From the north. If it were possible, even the very elect would be deceived, feel me? All I know, once I seen that and they got brighter and brighter and them rays start shining through them dark clouds, go. However it go down, whatever that meant. Like I told you, I still seen the sun to the left, you know, which might be signs, you know. I'm not saying that was the Messiah. You know what I'm saying? But I thought, you know what I'm saying? It was. You know, so it's gonna take some analyzing during this time and some understanding of prophecy, you know what I'm saying, to properly interpret what's going on and to be able to, you know, do what we need to do. And we're gonna need to hear from the Holy Spirit, man. You know, so you just imagine saving stuff and you doing all this stuff, man. People ain't gonna be able to stay in their houses like that. There's gonna be certain events and stuff, man. They're gonna make people have to come up out of their houses, man. They're gonna have to leave all their food and stuff they store, you know? You know, man, you know, so we ain't got no hunting, gathering skills, man. And then when we do, are we really connected to them woods like that? In the spirit we are, and our people adjust and adapt. But y'all know majority of people ain't trying to go in the woods, man. You know what I'm saying? So, good Lord be with us, man. And I'm just sharing what I seen and experienced through that vision in the night. Yeah, I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm talking about? But that's that. You know, that's what I remember from it. That's what I recall from it. Man, you know, I'm humbled by it. I'm humbled by it because it's like you going through these things and through this whole time you waiting on the Lord. You waiting on the Lord. So when you see that sign, you're like, the Lord. Do you feel me? Don't mean it's over yet. Man, until he snatch us up and put us in that wilderness, man, we're gonna have to be on guard, be on point, you know, or have it go down in the end, you know. We gotta be sharp to the end. And we gotta be faithful until the end. You know what I'm saying? And the devil gonna be trying to deceive us until the end. Because the devil need us and want us to lose hope. But when you trust in the Most High God, believe me, he gonna come through. He ain't gonna forsake you. He with you, he with us in a special way. You know, and I thank the Most High. You know, I thank him for this vision. It helped me really see. And I don't know why I want that many people with me in that scenario. Maybe they didn't want to leave their houses. Maybe they didn't want to leave their life. And they were hoping things was going to change for the better. I don't know. But I do know whoever I was with, man, I think the Most High for them. And I pray that be the case. So y'all, you ain't going to want to be alone. And not just with anybody, man. You going to want to be with a believer. Because if somebody sold out for Christ, as I mentioned earlier. Because if not, man. Shalom, y'all. Be blessed. Yeah. All praise to the Most High God in the name of Yeshua.